الحمد لله ثم الحمد لله. الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستهديه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا. من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلن تجد له وليا مرشدا. وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله. يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله حق تقاته ولا تموتن إلا وأنتم مسلمون. يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله وقولوا قولا سديدا يصلح لكم أعمالكم ويغفر لكم ذنوبكم ومن يطع الله ورسوله فقد فاز فوزا عظيما. يا أيها الناس اتقوا ربكم الذي خلقكم من نفس واحدة وخلق منها زوجها وبث منهما رجالا كثيرا ونساء واتقوا الله الذي تساءلون به والأرحام إن الله كان عليكم رقيبا. أما بعد إخوتي الكرام، أذكر نفسي وإياكم لماذا خلقنا الله تبارك وتعالى. أحيانا ننسى وأحيانا نغفل. فيا إخوتي ويا أحبتي، الله سبحانه وتعالى يقول: وما خلقت الجن والإنس إلا ليعبدون ما أريد منهم من رزق وما أريد أن يطعمون إن الله هو الرزاق ذو القوة المتين. إذن الغاية التي خلقنا من أجلها هي عبادة الله تبارك وتعالى. عبادة الله. وعبادة الله أحيانا نفهمها خطأ، نظن أنها الصلوات والصيام والحج والزكاة وسلامتك على أركان الإسلام. ولكن العبادة أوسع من ذلك. العبادة اسم جامع لكل ما يحبه الله ويرضاه، صغيرة كان أو كبيرة. ونبيكم وحبيبكم عليه الصلاة والسلام حينما ذكر أقسام الإيمان ماذا قال الحبيب في الحديث الذي في الصحيح؟ أعلاها لا إله إلا الله رأس التوحيد، وأدناها إماطة الأذى عن الطريق. إماطة الأذى، ترفع شيء يؤذي الناس من الطريق. أكرمكم الله، غائط الكلاب التي ترمى في الشارع تبعدها عن الطريق لك أجر فيها. غصن شجرة قد يؤذي الناس، قد يؤذي الكبار، قد يؤذي الصغار، ترفع عن الطريق. وذلك من أقسام الإيمان. فالعبادة إخوة الكرام ليست مرتبطة بالأركان. والموضوع الذي نركز عليه اليوم هو حفظ اللسان. كيف نحافظ على اللسان؟ إخوتي الكرام، لسانك حصانك، إما أن يرفعك إلى درجات العلا في الجنة، وإما أن يرميك في دركات السفلى في النار. دركات السفلى في النار والعياذ بالله تبارك وتعالى. والله يقول: فلا تقف ما ليس لك به علم إن السمع والبصر والفؤاد كل أولئك كان عنه مسؤولا. ويقول ربنا تبارك وتعالى، والحديث في الصحيحين، ويقول ربنا تبارك وتعالى: ما يلفظ من قول إلا لديه رقيب عتيد. ما يلفظ من قول إلا لديه رقيب عتيد. ملكان عملهم أن يكتبوا كل ما أفعله وكل ما تفعله. هذا شغلهم، ليسوا مشتغلين بأي عمل آخر. يكتبون ويقيدون. وقد نأتي يوم القيامة ونسينا كثيرا، ثم يخرج لنا هذا: هل فعلت هذا؟ هل فعلت هذا؟ هل فعلت هذا؟ هل قلت هذا؟ ورب كلمة لا تلقي لها بالا ترمي بك 70 خريفا في النار. فيا إخوتي ويا أحبتي، أين نحافظ على هذا اللسان؟ في هذا يقول حبيبكم عليه الصلاة والسلام من حديث أبي هريرة في الصحيحين عند البخاري ومسلم: من كان يؤمن بالله واليوم الآخر، من كان عنده إيمان بالله ويراقب الله تبارك وتعالى فيما يقول وفيما يفعله، واليوم الآخر مؤمن بأن الله سبحانه وتعالى سيحاسبه على كل صغيرة وكبيرة فعلها، فليقل خيرا أو ليصمت. إذا كان الأمر كذلك، إما أن تقول خيرا وإما أن تمسك لسانك، فلسانك حصانك. أقول ما تسمعون وأستغفر الله العظيم لي ولكم ولسائر المسلمين فاستغفروه فيا فوز المستغفرين. الحمد لله ثم الحمد لله. الحمد لله الذي هدانا لهذا وما كنا لنهتدي لولا أن هدانا الله. وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له، وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله. All praise be to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and peace and blessings upon the beloved Prophet alayhi salatu wassalam. My dear brothers and elders and sisters, it is very important to understand the purpose that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created us. Allah created us subhanahu wa ta'ala for one thing. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said in the Quran, وَمَا خَلَقْتُ الْجِنَّ وَالْإِنسَ إِلَّا لِيَعْبُدُونِ. I have not created jinn nor mankind, me and you, except to worship me, to worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. ما أريد منهم الرزق. I do not want from them to provide for me provisions. وَمَا أُرِيدُ أَن يُطْعِمُونَ. The provisions in general that Allah mentioned specifically, and I don't need from them to feed me. And you hear a lot. The reason I'm busy, the reason I'm working day and night to put bread on the table of my children, of my family, and so on, which is something good. But is that the purpose that Allah created you? To put the long hours for that, and you miss what you've been created for. My brother, we've been created to worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And when we say the worship of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, we understand it's only the pillars of Islam. Tawheed, Salah, Zakat, fasting, and Hajj. But the ibadah is wider than that. Ibadah contains everything and anything that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala loves. Everything. And your Prophet ﷺ said in the authentic hadith, we were talking about the branch of the Iman. He said the highest is La ilaha illallah, Tawheed. And the lowest is removing what harms or hurts or disturbs the people from the road. You see somebody dropped a can, you remove it. May Allah preserve us. All this poo that you find on the streets, the dog poo, when you see, you remove it. When you see these drink bottles that they throw on the road, you remove it. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will reward you for that. Branch of the tree comes from the neighbor, from someone else. You break that and you remove it from the main road. It might hurt and harm the people. And that's the Iman. Not only salah and so on, fasting and so on. And that's the ibadah. And all we are concentrating today is the ibadah of controlling our tongues. Which I believe we are the weakest on that, starting with myself. To control my tongue. And it's the most dangerous. And subhanAllah, the hadith of your Prophet ﷺ in Tirmidhi, all the limbs of the body, they talk to the tongue in the morning. Be straight and steadfast. And if you are straight, we will be safe. If you go zigzag, we'll be lost with you. We'll be lost with you. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, وَلَا تَقْفُ مَا لَيْسَ لَكَ بِهِ عِلْمٌ. Do not talk about something that you have no knowledge about it. إِنَّ السَّمْعَ وَالْبَصَرَ وَالْفُؤَادَ. The hearing, seeing, the heart will be questioned about everything that you utter. Especially when it comes to Allah's deen. Do not talk about it. Refrain. Don't be mufti. A man traveled all the way from Yemen to Imam Malik with 40 questions. He answered him few. And what did he say the rest? I don't know. And then he said, oh Imam, I came all the way from Yemen. And I brought these questions to you. And you are the Imam of the dunya. What am I going to say to the people when I go back to them? The Imam only answered this few. And he said, the rest I don't know. He said, go and say that. But in our days, you can see a lot of youngsters in the YouTubes. You can see a lot of youngsters with Sheikh Google, talking, TikTok. You mention it. Even a fatwa, if that being put to the Sahaba of the Prophet ﷺ, they wouldn't answer it. And what used to happen with the Sahaba of the Prophet ﷺ? When one of them asked, he passed to the next one, he said, go and ask so and so. Then when the question comes to that person, to that Sahabi, to that companion, he says, go ask the next. Go ask until it comes round and comes back to the one he started from. Why? They were so careful. They were men of knowledge. On top of that, they were very careful. But me and you, we just throw it. It's halal, it's haram, it's makruh, it's forbidden, it's disliked, it's this, it's that. Watch your tongue. Before your tongue pulls you to the hellfire. Before my tongue and your tongue pulls us to the hellfire. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala warned us. And that warning is enough for the believer. ما يلفظ من قول إلا لديه رقيب عتيد. Any word, anything that you utter, there's two angels, their job is to write it down. We might forget a lot, but Allah never forgets. And He puts files for me and you on the day of resurrection. You said this, you said this, you said this. I don't remember, you don't remember. But it's that serious that before we come to that stage, we need to be very careful. We need to be very careful. And we need to control our tongues. And think before you say. Think before you say. And the hadith of Abu Hurairah in Bukhari and Muslim. Your Prophet ﷺ said, Man kana yu'minu billahi wal yawm al-akhir. Whoever believes in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and the last day. Allahu Akbar. Believes in Allah. And Allah is there in his heart. And he is conscious about Allah's rules and regulations subhanahu wa ta'ala. And the last day, he knows that he's going to face Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala alone. لا تزول قدماء عبد. No one is going to move in front of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And then he answers 4 questions, and another narration 5 questions, and they both in the Tirmidhi, they both sound hadith. No one. And you all know that this last day, this qiyamah, the last day. And this qiyamah, you all know, and we all know, that each and every one of us will sweat. And then his sweat will come according to his sins. Just think about it. I'm sure my sweating will take over me. And you check yourself. Because the Prophet said in Sahih Muslim, it's authentic hadith, he said alayhi salatu wasalam, each and every one of us, his sweat will come to the level of his sins. Some of us, their sweat will come to their ankle. The lucky ones. Some of them to their knee. Some of them to their waist. Some of them to their chest. Some of them to their neck. Some of them will take over them. Just imagine. Imagine. Use your brain. If that is the case, then we should control our tongue. And I should not throw words without even thinking. Abu Musa al-Ash'ari asked the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, أَيُّ الْمُسْلِمِينَ أَفْضَلُ? Who are the best Muslims? Are they the most knowledge? Are they the most wealthiest? Are they the most? Are they the most? Are they the most? No. He did not say none of that, your Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. What did he say alayhi salatu wa sallam? Man salima al-muslimina min lisanihi wa yadihi. The Muslims, they feel safe from his tongue and from his hands. Means from the rest of his body. He doesn't harm them, he doesn't hurt them in any way. With his hand, with his leg, with his pen, and with his tongue. He controls his tongue. And that is also in Bukhari and Muslim. وعن سهل بن سعد الساعدي, the Prophet ﷺ said, من يضمن لي ما بين فكيه وبين رجليه. ما بين لحييه, the other narration, which is both same meaning. Who gives me guarantee that he's going to take care of his tongue? And as I'm saying, he used the jaw. Control was between his jaws, and what is in between his legs. We all understand that. Your private parts. Whoever controls that, he said, I guarantee him paradise. I guarantee him paradise. Why are we coming to the Jummah? Why are we coming to the Friday prayers? Why are we coming to the Salah, other prayers? Why do we try to fast, Hajj, this? All what we are running after? Paradise. Paradise. But if you control these two, your tongue and your private parts, the Prophet ﷺ guarantees you. And the guarantee of the Prophet ﷺ is not mine and yours. It's 100%. No if and but. All what we need is me and you to work on ourselves. أقول ما تسمعون واستغفر الله العظيم ولكم ولسائر المسلمين فاستغفروه فيغفر المستغفرين. Seek Allah's forgiveness subhanahu wa ta'ala. Pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Thank Him. Make sure that you take care of your tongue. You take care of yourself. You take care of your family. You take care of your deen. Because if we do not take care of that, we are going to lose. And losing over there is the worst. Here, if I fail in my exams, if I fail in my education, I can go to another way of earning and living. But if I fail there, there is no failing after that. And there is no success after that. فَمَنْ زُحْزِحَ عَنِ النَّارِ, who's been pushed away from the hellfire, وَأُدْخِلَ الْجَنَّةِ, and he goes into paradise, فَقَدْ فَازَ, he succeeded. That's why the people of the right hand, who takes their books with the right hand, what do they say? هَا أُمُقْرَأُ كِتَابِيَ, jumping up and down. In our days, when we are graduates from the unis, we throw the, what they call the thingy on top of their head. So happy, but that's not the happy. That's not the real happiness. The real happiness is the day that you take your book with your right hand, and then you say, "Ha umqra'u kitabi." Hey, come and read my book. Inni dhanantu anni mulaqin hisabi. I was sure that I'm going to face all the good things that I've did in this life. May Allah guide us all. May Allah protect us all. Allahumma ighfir lana dhunubana وكفر عنا سيئاتنا وتوفنا مع الأبرار. اللهم أصلح ذات بين المسلمين، اللهم أصلح ذات بين المسلمين. اللهم أعز الإسلام والمسلمين وأذل الشرك والمشركين واقض الدين عن المدينين واشف مرضانا ومرضى المسلمين وأقم الصلاة نتركنا عن الفحشاء.